Vine felt the warm fingers brushing against her neck as her husband fixed the necklace that decorated her neck. She didn't like it. This place, the people, everything. How they demanded perfection in every moment. Their smiles were fake, rude, and forced. Jungkook, you look beautiful. It was as if he was mocking her after fixing her necklace. Vine didn't know, couldn't tell anymore who was telling the truth and who was mocking her. She was not used to this kind of place and people. She forced a smile and her husband turned around getting busy with people. They were attending a formal event. Vine didn't know what it was about. Her husband told her, but she forgot. She wanted to run away from there. Mr. John, may I have a moment, please? Just like that, he was taken away. Right. He was the wealthiest among everyone, the center of attention, the main character in the novel. A year ago, she got married to Jungkook. Her family was well off, but Jungkook's was on another level of wealth. His family, his circle, everyone was all about acting high class, soft smiles, sweet voices, perfect clothes, perfect jewelry. Wine was tired of it all. She was not one of them. She could never act like that either. She sipped the wine. It was her fourth glass. She started feeling tipsy. She rolled her eyes. She knew her mother in law would come out of nowhere and lecture her for being irresponsible. She drank more and looked at her husband, who looked handsome as always. Tall, charming, the way he talked and smiled, it drove her crazy. She stumbled her way towards her husband. In between, she lost her balance due to her heels, but didn't fall. She could hear people gasp, yes, just for not walking straight like a graceful queen she should be for marrying the king. Letting out a giggle, she continued her way towards her man. To her bad luck, her head spun. She felt dizzy and lost her balance, but before she could fall, two strong arms wrapped around her, holding her securely in her hold. Jungkook, be careful. You'll hurt yourself. Silence. Everyone got silent, focused on the scene. After all, he was always the star, wherever he went. Ryan's cheeks were red, her eyes half closed, drunk. They looked drunk, and Jungkook could not explain the effects he had on his heart in that moment. Ryan, kiss me, she whispered. It was audible enough for a lot of people to hear. Whispers got louder. She wrapped her arms around his neck, getting closer to him. That's when they heard the loud screams of his mother, Jungkook's mom. What are you doing? Of course, at such place it was considered so mannerless, and she was losing her mind. She marched towards them, but Jungkook placed his hands on the back of his wife's head and kissed her. It was not just a peck, it was a deep kiss which made his mother stop in her tracks, a sign for everyone who dared to say a strong word about her. To no later place, she was still his queen, his wife. Vine smiled in between, and Jungkook tilted his head, holding her with his dominance, yet softly. People took pictures, recorded videos. He pulled back and picked her up in his arms because she slept there due to the strong alcohol. Jungkook, excuse me. He left the venue letting people talk whatever they wanted, keeping his wife close to him. The next morning, when he stepped out of the washroom, he found Vine pacing around, looking stressed. But as soon as she found him, she stopped. Vine, I'm sorry. I don't know if I remember everything, but I acted out. Don't be mad. Jungkook placed his towel aside and crossed his arms. Jungkook, why would I be mad? Fine, you like things perfect. It was not how you must have wanted your wife to act. Jungkook, come here. His voice was soft when he called her. Vine hesitantly stepped near him. Jungkook, I like them perfect. But did I give you an expression that I wanted you to be perfect too? You're not from here. You don't have to try so hard to fit in. I want you to be yourself. Vine, but I thought you wanted me to be like last night you fixed my necklace and only after that you said I look beautiful. Jungkook, because you look beautiful, not because of the necklace, but because you are. Jungkook, hey, don't mix me up with them. Why? Jungkook, I can't tell. Everyone looks at me with the same smile. I can't tell which one is real, which one is not. You always stay busy. We hardly get time to be together, and now I can't even tell your true intentions. Why? You have a reputation. You're, in fact, more powerful than any of them. You're the main center of everyone's attention. It's obvious. Everyone expects your wife to be perfect too. Jungkook, I'm sorry. Next time, please communicate with me before things go this wrong. But let me tell you this while I'm being honest. Be yourself, people can go to hell. Next time, they give you a look, show them a middle finger, and I will see who dares say a word against you. Wine, middle, she said out of disbelief. There was no way he meant it. His mother was going to kill her. Jungkook, what? Is that hard? Shall I help you practice? Fine. Oh my god, Jungkook. I'm not going to do that. Jungkook. Alright, then I'll handle it my way. The one who says a word against my wife will handle the consequences. How is that? Fine, even worse. She muttered and took a sip with flushed cheeks. Fine, as long as I don't get to act all that fake and wear all those tight clothes, and as long as you give me a lot of kisses. Jungkook, come here. He hovered above her, pushing her down on the bed, earning a sudden laugh from her. A smile appeared on his lips as he kissed her. One wrapped her arms around him and replied to that gesture. His hand slid over her thighs, and as soon as it reached her waist, she laughed, wiggling around because it tickled her. It was rare in Jungkook's busy life to find any happiness, but having her in front of him, laughing because of him, brought him true happiness and peace. Jungkook, wanna go to office with me? I have some work. Then we can go wherever you want. Fine, wherever I want. He nodded, softly brushed her hair off her neck, and placed several kisses there. Fine. Then food street, like walking side by side and trying sweet potatoes in hot dog. I bet you never did that. Jungkook, yeah, I didn't. Is it like the show and dramas you watch? She chuckled with a nod. Fine. Shall I take an extra outfit with me, like a casual one? I'm not doing that in a tight dress. Jungkook, then wear casual to the office. It's not like you work there. You're the owner. Why? You don't mean that, do you? Jungkook raised his brow. Did he still need to clarify himself? Vine chuckled awkwardly. Ah, so scary. She poked his face away and instantly got out of the bed. Vine, did anyone ever tell you that you're scary, mister? Jungkook, I get that a lot, but you have not seen that side yet. Shall I show it to you properly? He smirked and tapped her between himself and the wall, his hands on both sides of her. Wine gulped when he leaned in closer. Wine. Oh, Mom. She pointed at the other corner, but Jungkook didn't even budge. Jungkook, we are in a closed room. With red cheeks, she pushed him away and disappeared inside the closet. Jungkook smiled. In this suffocated, fake, and plain life, she was a ray of sunshine. Someone he was blessed to have, but got separated with due to complicated times. He promised himself to never let anything come in between them again, because at this point, he was ready to lose everything, as long as it meant keeping her with him.